What's going on, YouTube, and welcome to the video. I'm just out here taking young Nike out for a little stroll out in the wilderness, you know what I'm saying? This is Marathon Prep season number 1, episode number 3, and before we go any further into this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as that push notification bell so you get all my content as soon as it comes out. Go ahead, hey, slam it, smash it, do whatever you need to do. Go ahead. All right, guys, so in preparation for the A1A Publix Marathon happening on Valentine's Day 2021, this week is a very crucial week in the training. We are pumping the numbers up a little bit. I have alternated the sprints from the treadmill to the track. So the treadmill actually only goes up to about 12 miles an hour. One thing I'm noticing as the days and the weeks go on in preparation for this marathon is that, I mean, it's pretty obvious that rest is key. But I'm listening to my body and I'm being alert and aware as to where I need to rest, what it is that I need to rest, what part. Not just the overall body in general, but even the mind, you know what I'm saying? The mind when you're pushing and you're pumping out these miles, and especially when the mental fortitude aspect of the training is taking a toll on you, it is okay to release the pedal a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And that is not what I personally like to hear a lot. I hear a lot of my friends telling me to take it easy, to just, you know what I'm saying, ease off the pedal a little bit, ease off the gas. And there's just 90% of that time, I look at them and I thank you for the advice, but I just can't listen to it because I am trying to achieve something that you're not, which is understandable. But sometimes you just gotta show a little bit of humility, look in the mirror, hold yourself accountable, and say, you know what? I think I am going just a little bit too hard right now. So that is crucial. That's one thing that I am getting better at. And I noticed it on this week. So this week on Friday, which is the rest day for my runs, I took off. Not only did I take off, but young Nike out here in the wilderness with me. Not only did I take Friday off, but I also started incorporating the ice bath for better recovery. I actually I bought this chest freezer and I didn't really look at what the temperature was supposed to be when I jumped in. So I just put it at the lowest setting. I put it at 32 degrees and I sat in there for 20 minutes. And let's just say my toes were looking like little frozen piglets, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I did some more research and then I realized through trial and error, and like I said, through research, that the ice bath is supposed to be kept at around 51 to 54 degrees. If you do lower it down to 32 degrees, you're actually not really supposed to be in there for more than about 3 to 5 minutes. So I was actually going above and beyond, you know what I'm saying, exhibiting that mental fortitude aspect of my training. I'm still squatting and deadlifting throughout the week. I definitely toned the weight down, toned the intensity down more than what I was doing before. So guys, sticking to the script, you know what I'm saying, we still got the 5-mile runs 5 times a week, keeping it at a zone 2 heart rate. So this week, I definitely upped the heat a little bit as far as the temperature throughout my training sessions. I definitely started incorporating hot yoga a little bit more. One thing I've been preparing more for is the heat as well. Sunny South Florida is known for its brutal heat, even in the winter months and early on throughout the days, it still gets pretty hot. So the marathon is supposed to start at approximately 6 a.m. on Valentine's Day. And if you do the math, anywhere between 3 to 4 hours where I intend on finishing. So anywhere between 9 to 10 a.m. is my projected finish time. And let's just say it gets real hot on Fort Lauderdale Beach around that time. So I need to be ready to hit mile 20, mile 21, 22, and get hit with that heat wave. You know what I'm saying? So I've upped my heat training, heat intensity. Been doing more hot yoga. I did a 20-minute sauna session leading into 6 rounds of sparring with my boy Marcus, all in preparation. You know what I'm saying? As the days and weeks go on throughout this marathon preparation series, it's not just sticking to the script, sticking to the schedule. Adjustments need to be made where they need to be made, and that's crucial. That's crucial to getting the achieved goal that we want. The zone 2 runs scattered out throughout the week are intended to increase VO2 max, essentially reducing the resting heart rate. So from what I'm noticing is that the 5-mile zone 2 heart rates are not necessarily getting easier. They don't feel like they're getting easier. However, I'm noticing that around 132 to 134 BPMs, which is right on that threshold of zone 2 to zone 3 for me, I'm noticing that I'm cutting down my time. So like I said, I don't physically feel like it's getting easier. However, I am reducing seconds off of each minute as the days go on. So essentially, I mean, this zone 2 training, I feel as though it's working, but only time will tell come race day. For those of you that are not marathon runners, endurance athletes of any sort, or even for people just going through, you know what I'm saying, their everyday struggles that we all go through, it is, in my opinion, essential to test yourself, essential to exhibit some type of mental fortitude throughout your day. And I was explaining this to a friend the other day that was asking me basically, like, why do I do this? Why do I sign up for these marathons? Why do I sit here and basically put myself through this pain? And I would love for everyone, matter of fact, we should make this like a standard, like in the educational system here in the United States. We should make it to where, you know, not on some torturous type of thing, mentality or anything like that, but we should definitely make it to where every student needs to be tested. And I'm not talking about with a pen and paper, man. I've been through college, I've been through all that. That's not the same, man. It's just not the same. The stuff that you learn when you're out here physically going through it is just different. You know what I'm saying? It hits different. The lessons that I learned are just completely more amplified, and they stick with you throughout life versus taking, you know, a Scantron test and whatnot. That type of information doesn't really stick with you from my experience. So it's essential. It's essential to test yourself, preferably each and every day, okay? I feel as though life is just really short, too short, not to be testing yourself each and every day, trying to see what's that next barrier that you could basically cross over in whatever it is that you plan on mastering. And I'm actually reading this book right now. It's called The One Thing. Shout out my boy Alexander Lorenzo. But basically, this book is about narrowing down the one thing that gives your life purpose, gives your life meaning. And I've learned so much from it, and I'm not even done with the book yet. But I would definitely highly recommend reading The One Thing. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the link to the book in my description, so anybody interested can follow, can go ahead and hop on it. So we wrapped up the majority of training for this week. Today is Friday, my rest day. Taking it easy, probably just gonna knock out a few pull-ups, give my legs some rest for this 18-mile run tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Looking to cut down some time compared to the 16-miler that I did last week. And, you know what I'm saying, try to keep that form good. That form, especially after like the half marathon marker, probably like the 13.1 marker, that form tends to just die down a little bit. And we're gonna be very vigilant of it, very aware of it, with some long, powerful strides tomorrow. Sometimes when I play chess, if I know that the opponent is better than me, what I do is I go with the strategy of, let me eliminate as many of his pieces that are equivalent to mine as possible. That way, by the end of the match, it'll just be, let's say, his king, maybe a pawn or two, and maybe a rook. Whereas I'll have basically the same pieces. Then I have the tactical advantage because I know what it's like to go the distance. It's crazy because it's the same thing for running. I'm always keep coming back for more. That's one thing about me. I want more. I'm like a dog. I don't get full. I want more. This week is truly a really memorable week. I've hit new PRs almost half of the week this far. All right, well, 18 miles in the books. Another week of training down. This one was tough. This one was really tough. But like I said, anytime you hit a new PR, it injects life into you, no matter how beat you are. Whenever you think you're tired, man, it's just a figment of your imagination. You have to keep reminding yourself that you don't know what tired is. Literally reiterate that phrase in your head over and over again. Because essentially, you're not lying to yourself. That's one thing. When you do something very difficult and you lie to yourself, there's no way around it. That's the good thing about doing difficult things, is that you can't lie to yourself. You can try to lie to yourself, but you're gonna get humbled real quick. So the thing is, when you start speaking truth to yourself, literally facts that are real, it's kind of like reassurance. So when you are banged up, when you are, whatever it is that you dedicate yourself to, and you think you're at your wit's end, you just gotta keep reminding yourself that you don't know what tired is. And like I said, facts are facts. So today, $18 miles. That's approximately 8 minutes and 33 seconds a mile. It really is all about going back to your foundation. I see it in weightlifting. You know what I'm saying? If you have your form wrong and you're trying to get stronger, you're gonna end up injuring yourself, or you're gonna end up plateauing, and it's just, you're not gonna get anywhere. Your foundation has to be there. You can't build a house on sand. You have to build it on a good foundation. So essentially, that's what I'm doing. I'm going back to the basics. These zone 2 runs suck. I mean, suck. When people around me see me doing them, they ask me like, yo, why are you going so slow? Trust me, I don't want to be going that slow. It's dreadful. You know what I'm saying? Being there for an hour and a half sometimes, 2 hours. It almost feels like I'm wasting my time, to be completely real with you. But you have to remain disciplined. And once again, we always equate these physical feats that we do to real life. That's the whole point of this. You know what I'm saying? None of this is to get a six-pack. I don't even got a six-pack. None of this is to get a six-pack or to gain muscle or to be the strongest man in the room or the fastest man in the room. None of this. It's for none of this. None of that. This is strictly for real life scenarios. You know what I'm saying? When your grandma dies, what are you gonna do? So that about wraps up Marathon Prep Season 1, Episode number 3. We're gonna keep it pushing, and we're gonna keep on thugging it out. All right? Dro out.